Hey everyone, it's Chris and welcome back to the Ridge. Today, I'm going to show you our setup with our Calory diesel heater that we just got set up here in the garage. We're going to take the chill out of the air here because things have been really cold around here lately. So I got this thing all set up in the garage, but I want to show you what we did to make sure that it's safe, it works properly, and it's not a fire hazard. Join us.
Sweet Maple Ridge Farms. Come on down, everybody. Go!
All right, everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for watching, like, and subscribing, all that good stuff. So, let's get into what I did here with this Calory. Now, I got this for Christmas, actually last year, so Christmas of 2024, and I really hadn't done much with it, honestly. Not because it's not a great unit, but just because I really didn't know what to do with it. But here, almost exactly to the day, a year later, because it's December 21st, I finally got this thing set up. Now, let me show you what I've done here. So, I just used a couple pieces of scrap wood. You can see that's a piece of pressure treated wood right here. It's an extra 2x4 I had just laying around. And I built this here for this Calory diesel heater to sit on. Now, one of the reasons why I asked Mrs. Sweet Maple Ridge for the Calory brand as opposed to some of the other brands is because it comes with this transformer here. So you can see I have it plugged into our outlet. I don't have to use a battery like most other models in order to run this unit. Now this unit does come with an adapter so you can hook a battery up to it and then plug it in. But we're not going to be doing that here in the garage. We have it plugged in to the wall. So I'm just going to show you around this unit, and then I'll kind of show you why I built this the way that I did. It'll make a lot more sense here in a second. But going from the top here, here's a remote. I've never taken this thing out, but it looks like it is removable. In order to turn it on, you just press just a long press on this power button, and it just turns up to the max temp and the max fan. So honestly, I don't mess with this, and I really don't know what a lot of the stuff does. But every time I hit the start button, it takes maybe 2 or 3 minutes to crank up, and then you get nice hot air coming out of here. It also comes with a remote. You can see I haven't used the remote. I just keep it in here. Opening up the unit secures with these little latches. Open this up, and it was really simple, guys. Everything is really simple. The air intake is over here. So there's enough area for air to get in between here. I wish it was a little bit better, a little bit more room, but you know, between here and the wall, but that's okay. And then here's our fill for the diesel fuel. Now, this takes diesel fuel. That's one of the benefits here. I haven't refilled this thing, I don't think, since we first got it last year, so I really haven't ran it too much. We're gonna latch this back up. Okay, and so you can't see, well maybe you can, but down there is where the external power source plugs into. So very easy, and then of course here's the transformer. And this is where the hot air comes out. Now, these units are made because they have an exhaust system, okay? So what I did is, coming back to the back here, the exhaust system comes out of here. And that's why I built this the way that I did, to keep this away from any sort of combustible materials. I'll throw a heat gun on this in a minute, and you're gonna see that while this is fairly hot, giving this enough distance here, this is more than enough distance to keep this from any sort of combustion hazard. This goes out through the block wall, and it goes out into just the atmosphere. And I'll show you the other side. I actually have it coming out of a generator shed that I built. I'm gonna do another video on that, but I have it coming out from that generator shed, and so it's safe, it's not exposed to the outside, and even more importantly, you can't see it. I didn't want the exhaust pipe of a heater like this sticking out the side of the house. Just wouldn't look that great. So let's take a couple of temperature measurements here really fast. And by the way, I want to take a moment to show you the temperature gauge. Now, when I first put this in here and I first lit the unit up, the temperature read 43.1. So it's already raised a couple, well, a little bit over a degree. Let's go back here and take some temperature measurements. Now this thing is on high. All right, so that part gets hot. I mean, that thing is very hot there. But that doesn't matter because it's encased within the unit. So let's go under here. 130, 160, 188, I think. Got a 300 in there, 200 in there. It's a little hot for my taste, but as it goes through the block wall, we're talking maybe 182, 181. But the most important part right here is it's away from this combustible material. Now, let me show you this wood here. We're talking 70 degrees, not even hot. Let's go around the other side. I can't really show it to you that way. We're talking 70, so. The plywood down here, 65. No concern at all. And this thing, I cannot believe the air that this puts out, the hot air. So let me take you to the exhaust. We're gonna take a couple measurements there. And guys, I wanna point out the unit is literally right below me here. And I've plugged in to this strip, this carbon monoxide detector. And you can see it's reading 0. And it says 51, so that's good. No carbon monoxide, so I wanted to point that out. All right, guys, here's the generator shed that I was telling you about. I'm going to do another video on this and exactly what we did. But let me take you inside here and show you the outlet for this heater. All right, guys, we're inside the generator shed here. And again, I don't want to show too much of this thing because I'm going to do a video on it.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We really appreciate it.
But anyway, let's take some temperature measurements here. Just to show you kind of what we're working with. It's kind of hard to see with the sunlight, but right at the concrete, maybe we're talking 150, SO 150 in there. But as it comes out, it really cools off. No danger of any combustion around here. No combustion materials. Everything is good to go. And you can see why I put it out here in this little shed, because I don't want that sticking out the side of the house. So guys, it's currently 2:52 in the afternoon. And so I am going to let you guys know in an hour how much our garage has warmed up. Now, it's a pretty big space, but right now it's 45 degrees in here. So I will be back at 3:52 and let you know what the temperature is. All right, guys, so it's about an hour later. 48.2, so it's risen a little bit. It's not breaking any records, but honestly, that's the difference between, you know, maybe freezing and not freezing. So we're over here, and this thing is still running great. It's looking good. It's been running for about an hour, and while I didn't show you the fuel level before, it's gone down maybe 2 ticks. It was here before, and now it's down to about here. So not bad. I'm pretty impressed with it. So anyway, guys, that's it. That's the video. If you want to be an OG Mapler like these amazing folks listed right here, and you want to continue learning how to rely less and create more from high atop the Allegheny Plateau, please like and subscribe. And guys, we'll see you next time out on the ridge.